Last time on the Results Driven Fitness show.
What is necessary to perform a pull-up? Grip strength,
Shoulder mechanics.
pattern-specific work capacity.
Choose between shorter, heavier carries and longer, slightly lighter carries. What is cheese?
Should I have breakfast before or after my workouts? Later arm.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Results Driven Fitness show. In this week's episode, we're talking mobility.
Recently, we held a mobility class as part of our Super U program. We have a lot of commuters in our area, so we'll give you some tips on how to start moving better for the daily driver.
After that, we're taking more questions from our super friends taking part in Super U.
This is episode 22. Let's get started.
Yeah. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Are you a frequent commuter? Do you drive a lot and feel like you have tight hips, lower back, or tight shoulders? Do you do things like this when you get out of the car or off the bus?
For years, becoming more mobile meant stretching a lot. I remember growing up and doing stretches like toe touches, tricep stretches, and some stuff like this in gym class. Stretches like this might actually make you feel better once you've gotten to your destination, but the tightness tends to come back. So what can you do to reverse the curse and start feeling better all the time?
Recently, we had a mobility clinic here as part of the Super U program. The goal was to educate our members on what mobility work should actually do, why it's important, and how to do it. Many of our members are commuters into the city, and maybe they have desk jobs or drive vehicles like buses. If you fall into this category, here's a post-commute warm-up you can do to help.
First place to start is breathing. Supine breathing is a comfortable position for most people and allows us to start finding a deep diaphragmatic breath. While laying on your back, have your knees bent and feet close to your butt. Place your hands on your abdomen and spread your fingers. Then breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, concentrating on going extremely slow to encourage a deep breath into the belly, as opposed to the chest breathing we're accustomed to.
Next, for our commuters, we'd want to address the hips with 90-90 breathing. Start with your feet out in front, a little wider than your hips, then rock the knees over to the right. Then take your right shin and move it so it's parallel to your left thigh. From there, turn your belly button and heart towards your right knee, sit up tall, then lean your whole spine forward. The goal isn't to lie down on your right thigh, it's to lean forward until you feel the stretch, then breathe through it.
Once we address the hips, let's get to the T-spine. The quad T-spine rotation starts in quadruped. With your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, rock your butt back to your heels and bring your hands halfway to your knees. From there, plant the left hand on the floor. Take your right hand and reach across to grab your ribs or your shirt. Next, use your eyes to drive the movement. Take a deep breath in, look to the right, then exhale and rotate, continually looking to the right over your shoulder. Pause at the top, cycle another breath in and out, and return to the start.
Lastly, we want to perform some kind of stability exercise for the shoulders and hips. An easy exercise is the mini band bridge. Lying on your back, put the mini band around your wrists and have your legs bent with your heels close to your butt. Take a deep breath in, grip the ground with your feet, and stretch the band as you push your feet through the floor to bridge up. When you finish the exhale, bring your butt back to the floor.
The important thing to remember here is to really focus on the low, deep breath. Over the past year, we've seen people make dramatic changes in movement by focusing on appropriate breathing technique. Most travelers struggle to breathe well while sitting, so focusing on the deep belly breath in all of these positions will carry over to their daily life. Breathing has been shown to reduce stress and is necessary for healthy living.
We're back with more nutrition questions from our Super Youth program. The first question is from Sarah. Does black tea count towards water consumption, or should we consider it the same as black coffee?
First off, you should be documenting everything, so good for Sarah to ask how to track it. Black tea has caffeine in it, so she answered her own question. Beverages with caffeine are diuretics, so it will deplete you of some water. However, since it does not contain calories from milk or sugar, having it does not count against you.
The next question was related to an infographic we shared from Precision Nutrition called How to Create the Perfect Meal. This person asked, what is the difference between a healthy fat and an unhealthy one?
Precision Nutrition defines a healthy fat as relatively unprocessed fats from whole foods. Typically, people define healthy fat as plant-based fats like olive oil, avocado, and nuts. Animal fats like the fat from grass-fed beef, salmon, and high-quality eggs are also healthy. The key is to get your fat from a variety of different natural sources. Fats that Precision Nutrition considered unhealthy are trans fat, hydrogenated fats like margarine, and most shelf-stable cooking oils like safflower, soybean, and corn oil. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Results-Driven Fitness Show. On next week's episode, we're going to be asking the results-driven coaches what their favorite travel tips are.
After that, we're talking about travel nutrition, the best ways to stay on track during the Memorial Day weekend.
How to avoid the shit show. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all of the social media things. We really appreciate all of your support, your feedback, and your attention.
Thanks for joining us.
Later, friends. I went like this, like I was gonna flip my hair. It's not happening in this show. We're gonna bang it out. It's gonna be quick. I'm gonna go cry. On next week's show, we're talking